Well, the top side streets are a dangerous place, so you better tune in to a credible face like this one. Yeah, this one. And you know he's not alone, and they're coming in hot. We got a Lake so Stan and a guy who really likes baseball. I don't know why he likes baseball.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the morning marketplace. We are here. It is gross out today, April 6th. Feels like February 1st. You love to see it. Lakers officially out of the playoffs. You do love to see that. You do. A lot of games last night, a lot of weird stuff. We get some playoff announcements yesterday. We got a new challenge. Baseball starts tomorrow, which is right off the bat. Let's remind the people it's Wednesday, and I forgot about this. Our new Wednesday schedule: we have the morning marketplace at 9 and at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern. This weekend candy with Mr. G Dunn himself. So that'll kick off right after the morning marketplace ends. So 2 hours of that sweet content. But let's see who's here first and foremost. Fenny's up in here. Devlar, good to see you. Meeklo, happy little Jordan Hump Day, says Borland. Jump Shoots here. Chico's here. We the people. Sean G, M, C, J, Roger, F and Nico, Big G West, and DJ Local, Top Shot, Common Man, Caleb Brooks himself. Juan's here. Jay Bus, Adam Stubbs, good morning to you, sir. Josh Smith, Shipper, Chunksters here. Big Ticket, good to see you. Snoopaloop, Daniel's here. Beamer, Snapper, Vince Beltran, Max is here. JJ L. Smith up late in Australia. Run Some Reed is here. Eric Fernandez, Orion, Joyrider, Giddy. The captain's here. Rowdy Rod, Dickie Chalky, Martin Kangs. Who else? La La Land, Daniel Moore. Who else? Jen, Cloudboy over in the Twitchy gang. We've got Limbs here, Sydney Cove. The gang's all here, ready to cook. If you haven't liked the stream, subscribe, join the Discord, do all of that shit as soon as possible. We had a lot of games last night, and I got to tell you, there's like excitement, right? There's excitement because we are close to the playoffs, but good God, some of these games, some of the stuff the teams are doing right now, I want it to end. I no longer want to research who Justin Horde is. I don't know if that's his first name. It's some OKC guy who put up like a 20 and 15 game. Wait, Jesse says, good morning. Saw you in those NBA, the dance space this morning. Oh yeah. We were drafting. Hey, listen, if you haven't signed up for Underdog Fantasy yet, get over there. The dance is happening. We're doing some best ball. I've drafted, 30 lineups maybe, with a few more to go. But let's, what I wanted to start with, was we got a little bit of some breadcrumb stuff yesterday from our friends over at the NBA Top Shot Streets. TJ's here. Good morning, TJ. Shout out Own the Moment, official sponsor of all things Team Hold, where we go one-stop shop for sports NFTs. But yeah, shout out TJ and Own the Moment. Jalen Horde, thank you. Jalen Horde. It was Jalen, not Justin. But yeah, I'm done with that, man. I do not want to see any more OKC games, okay? But we did get an announcement yesterday from Jacob. I feel like we had a couple of things yesterday. But we got a message from him, and I'm just going to read it. It says, "The future of being an NBA fan is officially here for the NBA playoffs." And then we get a bunch of check emojis with stuff coming up. So sending Top Shot to every single playoff game for round one to the last game of the NBA Finals. Bang. Bang. Give me a Mike Breen bang, because, gang, this was great. This was great. This is what I was talking about. I don't know. I don't know if this means we're getting like sweet access again, or if they're just like, hey, here's some tickets to the game. But this is the shit I wanted to see. We're getting some real life stuff. I think this is a lot of fun. And I'm pumped for it. I'm pumped for that. We also got watch parties for Top Shot collectors hosted in select cities as the playoffs progress. We love that as well, right? Just more opportunities to go do some stuff, meet some people. We really like that. They're going to have 3 separate access unlocked exclusive fan experiences throughout the playoffs, right? We've seen those with the finals. We've seen it with the NBA draft. I feel like I'm forgetting the All-Star, no, not the opening night. This is good. This is good stuff. More in real life stuff. The launch of playoff captains to level up our community with monthly grants and support from the NBA Top Shot team. So that sounds like it's funny because we talked about the what's it called? The team gated discords, and that kind of actually feels like something that's going to happen in there. Do you know what I mean? So it's just kind of funny that we brought that up and then it was like addressed immediately. Luis, good to see you, sir. Are this playoff stuff only for U.S. residents? Well, let's keep moving. NBA League Pass eligible for eligible international fans to enjoy the playoff action abroad, right? So it just seems like they are unrolling some rolling some stuff out. I don't know for the international question. I don't know if that's all for like the everybody for the games and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Justin said, you imagine the watch parties will be centered on the teams playing? I'm assuming so, but trying to gauge how far I'd be willing to go to participate. Justin, so that's a good question. I'm actually going the other way. I think this is just going to be like right. So say the Nets get eliminated, and I'm saying New York because that's where I am. If the Nets get eliminated and say they get knocked out in the playing game, and that leaves us with what? That leaves us with no New York team. I could still see them having like a New York meetup, right? Just because there's probably a lot of Top Shot collectors in the city, so it makes sense to do it in a place where a lot of people are located. I know the Top Shot Kingdom over in Sacramento. I'm sure they'll have something over there, even though the Kangs have been out of it for a long time. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be like Chicago. I could see having something. Boston having probably in like heavily populated areas, right? So if you were out there in Topeka, I'm not sure if we're getting a meetup there. This is me speculating too. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But overall, I think this is pretty exciting. I think this is exciting. This was the stuff we were looking for, right? I was hoping they were going to have a presence. And this doesn't mean, oh my God, 2.4 million people are about to sign up for NBA Top Shot. My Series 360Ks are about to moon. I don't think that's it, but it's just more, this is what we're looking for. Dustin has preached this like the whole time. Like, show me the meaning of feeling lonely. But I like showing me some in real life stuff. You know, I think that's what people are looking for, and we're getting it. So let me catch up on the chat because I haven't been paying attention. Trevor says, yeet. Tom Pierce is here. James says, I hope so. Sacramento is the closest NBA city I live. So, yeah, hopefully. If it's not sponsored by Top Shot, don't worry about it. The Top Shot Kingdom will tweet about it, and then either they'll host their own thing or they will guilt Top Shot into doing it. So you can count on that. King's Utility should be attend the draft lottery for 10 years. Mike, has anyone told you that you look like Seth Rollins? I feel like this has happened once on this show before, and that's the only time it's happened. And maybe it was you. Let's pull up a photo right now just so we can see it. This is professional wrestler Seth Rollins. Here we go. Let's see it. Let's have everybody vote on it in the chat. Let's see. This is Seth Rollins. Are we seeing it? This is Zakarian energy if I've ever seen it. White bearded dude. I fit the description. But yeah, I think this is good. White says presents, meet up in Halifax on my couch. Yeah. So what's everyone like? I feel like I didn't see a ton of tweeting or discording about it, but was the initial reaction positive or I don't know. Did anyone like, was there any movement on this? Or you're just kind of like, okay, cool. I don't know. For me, it was excited. I'm excited to see how they dish out these tickets. Like, did they do a snapshot? Is it based on leaderboard? Is it based on collector scores are just like totally ass random. I don't know. So I'm excited to get more information. I mean, this is the thing, right? The playing games start next week, so we are going to know sooner rather than later. Um, but I think this is pretty exciting. I think this is good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. I'm ready for these playoffs, guys. Got to pump those traps, bro. Dude, what a callback. What a callback to the traps, huh? We haven't talked about the traps in a while. Doc Delta says completed a few team sets for teams in the playoffs. I think that's smart. Going to be interesting to see how they can identify folks that can actually attend. I wonder if it'll be based like as a Nuggets set holder, right? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be like, you know what? Congratulations. Here's 2 tickets to game 3 of the first round and a flight. Like, I don't know if they're doing that, right? This seems to be like if you live in the area. It'll also, and this is like Dustin said this before too, right? Like if you are, say you're a Denver set holder and you live in Oxford, obviously you're not going to be able to come to this game and you win tickets. Like, do they have a plan in place? Like, are they going to be like, hey, here you go, 200 or whatever the ticket's worth in Dapper or merch or whatever? I don't know. I'm just curious to see what they're going to have in place. Zakarian bandwagon into the playoffs set, typical. Let's go, baby. It's also based off your favorite team listed in Top Shot. True. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Eric. I hope they do something like that. This is what I want, but I won't go to any of it in Chicago. Okay, Stachunk, you out on Chicago? Did you finish the playoff set? If so, taking care of the Bucks now too. Yeah, no, I finished. I finished over I think on Monday. I don't know. Whenever I sold my last thing, I finished it on Monday. But yeah, I don't know. This is pretty exciting. I think this is all heading in the right direction. It was something that I wanted to see. I'm glad they got out in front of it. I'm glad it's throughout. Like, this is like a real presence. It's games at every round, or games in every from first round to the finals. I think this is what we were talking about. Martin says Kings fans always getting screwed because our team sucks. Dude, blame the owners, man. Where's everyone being like, oh, good thing we got Sabonis at the trade deadline? Nice, dudes. I think you've won like 4 games since then. But this is good stuff. This is really exciting stuff. And I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I don't know if you got more thoughts on the playoffs. Drop it in the chatty ruse. Just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe, do that stuff. Let's pump these numbers. I feel like YouTube has been a little sassy with the algorithm lately, and I don't like it. Stupaloop says, I have 3 sets, but not my favorite team. SMH. Nuck and Futz is here. Good to see you. All right. Hey, do you guys, should we talk about some basketball? Stan, we're not at the Miami game yet, but just because you're here and to cater to your needs so you don't get a little bit more annoying throughout the show, let's give you a hero drop. We love it. Also, look at Veronica in the streets. Congratulations to Veronica. New mom. All right, let's talk about some hoops. So let's go over last night's game. I'm going to try to move somewhat quickly so that we are not sitting talking about OKC the rest of the time. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Top Shot Tesla said, weird it took them so long to roll out the 5K community funds when people like Plunge have been doing community-led stuff for over a year. We could have been doing the marketing. I mean, we have been doing the marketing for them, right? That's like it is the people like Plunge and the First Mint, or used to be the First Mint, and other entities have been doing the marketing for them. All right, let's go. Let's get into the hoops. What we're going to do, we'll go over the games. We'll look at the standings. We'll dive into the Top Shot streets, look at the market, see how things are moving. I'll be honest too. I thought I did not read the fine print of the challenge last night. I thought this was a one-night thing. That's because your boy was performing last night, and so I wasn't paying attention. So I was getting ready to be like, okay, what do I need to buy or sell to complete this challenge? And it's like not live for a couple days. So that'll be fun to take a look at where we're at with a couple days to go. Let's do it. Sixers against the tanking Pacers. Embiid is like, hey, Zakarian, I saw your tweet. You have me third in MVP. Not so fast. He put up 45 and 13. Maxey had 30. Hard On had 11 and 14. And then on the Pacers side of things, 21, 8 and 5 from Hallie and 25 and 11 from Buddyhead. whatever. I mean, the Pacers are trying to lose. Sixers had a big lead, and then Pacers made it look closer than it was, but it wasn't close. We'll look at the standings in a second, but it's going to be super, super fun seeing that 2-3-4 shakeout. It looks like the Heat are in the driver's seat now. We're going to first place for the Miami Heat. So shout outs to Stan and Veronica. Second game of the night, Cavs going out of their way to lose games and lose home court in the play-in games. The Magic ran out a B team. They won 120-115. Garland had 27 and 10, who continues to just absolutely splash. No, he's doing some like Trae Young shit, right? Where it's big 20-point games, big assist numbers. Trae Light and then Mo Bamba on the Magic side of things, 21 and 12. I mean, Mo Bamba's back. Kevin O'Connor, take your victory laps. Magic are weird, man. They're obviously a bad team. They're trying to lose games, but they've been like frisky. It feels like they could have won 10 more games if they weren't trying to tank. They've been weird second half. I don't know if people just go to Orlando and they're like, oh, this is going to be easy. And then they get slapped in the face, but they're gritty. All right, let's keep moving. Nets, Rockets. Nets continuing to defend no one. Houston put up 105, but what else? Kevin Porter Jr. had 36 and 4, and Jalen Green had 30 and 6. On the Nets side of things, Kyrie had 42. Durant kind of had a so-so game. I think it was like 18 and 7 or 17 and 8, something like that. I didn't write it down. Maybe it was 18 and 9. So in that range, big win for the Nets, just because every game matters to them. They're so jumbled up down at the playing game. Like, we know who 7, 8, 9, and 10 are. But like, just with the Cavs losing and the Nets winning, they jumped from like 10 to 9 or 10 to 8. 10 to 7 or 10 to 8, something like that. We'll look at it in a second. Jalen Green continue like with Houston resting all of their other bodies, all of the usage is going to Jalen and Kevin Porter Jr., and they're putting up the numbers that we thought were going to happen at the beginning of the year. Like, if Kevin Porter Jr. was doing this now, I'd be a millionaire. But he's not. And Şengün's been I feel like there was a little too much hype on Şengün early, and then so like he was a little overrated. Now he's a little underrated. I don't know, but Şengün's been playing well. Heat Hornets, as we talked about, the hero drop. Tyler Hero had 35 off the bench, career high. Jimmy had 27 and 8. Bam 22 and 9. LaMelo 18 and 4. And Bridges 29. Oh my God, you're right. I forgot about the Porter drop. God, this amateur hour over here.
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers, throwing things in buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
We love it. What a great drop. Where are the other Porters, though? You know what I'm saying? Where are the other Porters? All right. So another win for the Heat. Pretty much secured that first place run. Man, the Heat also, like, no one's talking about them. Like, even in I've been doing a lot of the underdog best ball that I talked about quite a bit. I know we did it for the happy hour show last week where we drafted. And the Heat are just getting really disrespected. I think everyone's just penciled in the Bucks for the chip. And I do think the Bucks are the favorite. Like, if, I don't know, 7 times out of 10, the Bucks beat the Heat in a 7-game series, I think. But they're still, I think the Heat are still, they got a puncher's chance. Puncher's chance. They got better than that. Maybe 7 out of 10 is too much. 6 out of 10? I don't know. Raptors with another win. Man, Raptors just keep winning. Dude, Fred VanVleet took 21 shots, 4 for 21 last night. And I was ready when I looked at his stat line. It was like, I didn't even write it down because it was like 8 and 10 or 9 and 9, something gross, right? And I was like, oh, you know what? He's still dinged up. He's not taking as many shots. And then I looked and he was like 4 of 21, like crazy. I'm a little bit nervous for I think Toronto needs Fred VanVleet to like really take a run or make a run at something. But I don't know. Anyways, on the Atlanta side of stuff, DeAndre Hunter had 20 and 6. Trae had 26 and 15. Herter had 21. Siakam continuing to make his All-NBA case with 31 and 13. And Scotty Barnes, 19 and 14. Scotty Barnes really might end up winning Rookie of the Year just because of like what he's been doing down the stretch and doing it on a good team. I mean, we're going to see in a second where Toronto has landed in the standings, but pretty exciting. All right, next up, we've got Bucks and Bulls. Bucks won 127-106, and honestly, it wasn't even that close. Like, they should have won by 40. I don't think anybody played more than 30 minutes on Milwaukee's side. It was like, and if they did, it was like exactly 30. Brooke Lopez had 28 and 7. And then on Chicago's side, DDR had 40. There was no Levine, so keep that in mind. But that was a wrap. Wiz beat the Wolves 132-114. Kristaps Porzingis had 25 and 8. Rui had 21. Daniel Gafford had 24 and 12. And then Big Catty Cat Towns had 26 and 10. Weird game. Wizards just winning weird games, right? They beat the Mavs and they beat the Wolves. Just weird shit all around. And then, wait, Clive shot about the Bulls were going down in 5 in the first round. Yeah, I'd say 4, but I get it. OKC Blazers. I didn't write anything down except for OKC 198-94. It's like, who could tank harder? Then we had a couple of weird ones here. Spurs 116, Nuggets 97. No DeJounte. DeJounte tweeted something out. Also, shout out DeJounte, who he every word in his tweets start with a capital letter. But he's been pretty sick and has missed, I think, like 3 games in a row. And he said he lost like 7 or 8 pounds. But what San Antonio is doing is kind of impressive. I know like the main storyline is, wow, the Lakers are pieces of shit and they fell apart and fell out of the playoffs, which is true. But the Spurs like continuing to fight back with the roster that they're rolling out is pretty impressive. Keldon Johnson had 20 and 8. Devin Vassell had 20 and 8 on Denver side of things. Gordon had 18 and 11, and Nikola Jokic had 41, 17 and 4. Again, Embiid and Jokic both put up 40-point games last night, like huge double doubles from both of them. I'm not going to overreact too much about that Nuggets loss. I think that's another thing where, like, I'm sure Denver went into this game being like, we're good. We can beat the Spurs. No DeJounte Murray, no problem. And then they just got slapped in the face. It happens a couple of times, right? The other thing I would say about Denver is we've got a report out this week that DeJounte Murray could join the team as soon as Thursday, which is very promising if he gets a regular season game in before the playoffs, like to get him just a little bit of run. But the fact that he might even be joining the team at that point, I mean, that's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting if you are a Denver fan, because for that team to already be like 15 games over 500, and then all of a sudden you add, oh, did I say DeJounte? I'm sorry, Jamal Murray. If I said DeJounte, my bad. I saw Sean just say Jamal, so I'm assuming I said DeJounte. But if Jamal Murray, if you put him back into that starting 5, I mean, it's a little bit less of a workload on Monty Morris, which I think is nice because I think he's more of a spark plug. That's dangerous. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I definitely said DeJounte because now I'm getting multiple chats that I said Jamal. All right, guys, Jamal. Anyways, that was that game. Jazz found a way to win. They beat the Grizzlies 121-115. Triple J had 28 and 7. Bane 23 and 7. On Denver side of things, Rudy had a big beef with 22 and 21. Shout out No Dunks. And then Donovan Mitchell with 20 and 9. One thing that I'm a little worried about with Ja Morant is like, or with the Grizzlies is Ja Morant. I feel like we haven't heard anything about him in a while. Just that like, oh, he's fine. He'll be back soon. I don't know, man. I'm not like really worried, but just like something to pay attention to. Something to pay attention to. And then 2 games left. Kangs. The Pelicans won again. Pelicans just win games, dude. Ingram had 17, 8, and 7. Jackson Hayes. There's no Joe Val in this game. Jackson Hayes had 23 and 12. CJ with 23. Nothing to report on the Kings side of things. I think like Damon Jones had like 20, but who cares? And then last but not least, Suns Lakers 121. Suns Lakers 110. AD had 21 and 13. Russ had 28, and then DeAndre Ayton 22 and 13, and D Book with 32 and 7. And the Lakers are out. Before we go look at the standings, we got, listen, our NBA roundup we get a little sponsored segment here by our people over at Flolio. You remember them from our fun, a little happy hour show with Jay Webb. This Flolio, which we've talked about, your one-stop shop for everything non-fungible. We've had a front row seat to what Flolio is doing with their unique vision and execution with the ever-growing Web3 space. And we could say that Flolio platform truly add values to the NFT owners. As we showed, right, we have the Flolio extension. I'm going to drop a link to Flolio's the Flolio website in the chat because you guys should go check it out. They do so they can manage both your portfolios for both OpenSea and over on the Flow streets with Top Shot. They've got like a fun extension, like I said, that shows you the FMV, the fair market value on OpenSea as well. OpenSea is like one of those things where it's like really hard to navigate sometimes, and it really breaks it down in a useful way. So definitely go check it out. I also wanted to say too, they're doing a couple of really fun stuff right now. So because Flolio is the shit, and JWeb specifically, they're doing a giveaway just for Team Hold. And we're giving away, I'm saying like I had something to do with it, and I do not have something to do with this. Okay. They're giving away a gutter juice pigeon. A gutter juice pigeon is being given away just to Team Hold, and you have to do two things, okay? Two things to qualify. You need to have created an account on Flolio and connected either your Top Shot name with it or Ethereum or your ETH address. I'm going to drop a link again to both the website because I saw people say spelling. So I'm going to drop a link in there. I'm also going to drop their Twitter handle so you have it. That way you can go follow them on Twitter because you need to follow them on Twitter is one thing you need to do. And the second thing you need to do is just create an account and link one of your accounts. So go ahead, take a look at it. But that's a pretty sick giveaway. The gutter juice is a pretty sick giveaway. And that's just for Team Hold people. Okay. That's exclusive. That's how this deal works here. All right. That's how this deal works here. So we're going to be talking a lot more about Flolio. The giveaway is going to end on April 15th. They're going to do it on their show, which I'm actually going to be going on that day to help give that away. Look at real life reactions right now. The website and the extension are absolutely fantastic. And if you want like a deeper breakdown of everything, I recommend checking out the happy hour show that we did. It was this past Friday. So go check it out. Shout out Flolio. Shout out our man Jay Webb, who's been in the Team Hold streets for such a long time. What would be the number one function to use Flolio for Top Shot? So for Top Shot, it just manages your portfolio, but the extension, right? So when you're sorting through the marketplace, it'll put the fair market value right on there. And when you're like on your account, you'll be able to see your account valuation right there. So like in real time, pretty exciting stuff. But for me, like, which is really cool for me, the OpenSea stuff though, is where it really breaks my brain. Like it's really helpful there because over on OpenSea, it's a little hectic over there and it just organizes it a little bit better for me. All right, let's take a look at the standings now that we have done that. I want to see where we're at as we move to the playoffs. Actually, first and foremost, let's never forget Seth freaking Rollins right there. Hold on. We're going to move over to the NBA standings and take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. So over in the Eastern Conference, we've got the Miami Heat right now with a 2.5 game lead. That's a wrap. That is a wrap. They are the one seed. But look at this nutso stuff right here. Celtics, Bucks, and Sixers all tied for 2.5 games. We're going to look at their remaining schedule in a second. The Raptors have moved into the 5 seed. So this 4, I would much rather finish 2 or 3 than 4 because I'd give me the Bulls or the Cavs, Nets, Hawks, Hornets over playing the Raptors in the first round. I definitely don't want to see that. And then, we got the Bulls now a game behind the Raptors. You got Cavs right there in the 7 seed right now with a 1.5 game lead over the Nets and the Hawks, who are basically tied for the 8-9, and then the Hornets comfortably at 11. Let's look at it. So the Celtics, I know the Celtics play, I believe the Bulls. Yeah, look at this. Bulls, Bucks, Grizz. Terrible way. Like if you're the Celtics, you're hoping people are sitting their guys right here for the Memphis game. So Bulls, Bucks, Grizz. The Sixers really only have one tough game left. So let's look at the Bucks first. Sorry. Bucks over here have Celtics as said, Detroit and Cleveland. So that, is at least 2-1, I would think, maybe even 3-1. And then here we go. Last but not least, the Sixers, who I believe have the easiest road of it all, right? So they play Toronto tomorrow night, which is basically for the seeding because the Pacers in Detroit are actively losing games. So they've got one game left, really. So the Celtics have the toughest sledding of it all right now. I feel bad for their schedule. Yeah, Raps with OG. I know that hasn't been reported enough, right? OG Anunoby returning to the team. Ryan Russillo rattled off a stat, something they're like 31-16 when OG's playing, and that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. So that it's fascinating. The standings are fascinating right here. Because right now, if it ended today, right, you say now it looks like Brooklyn was. Let's actually look at these last two because the Brooklyn Atlanta thing is pretty nuts too. So Brooklyn has the Knicks at home. Well, I'm sorry, the Knicks at MSG. Then they've got Cleveland and Indiana. That should be 3-0, but the Nets are weird and lose weird games. Atlanta, what does Atlanta have left? Atlanta has Washington, should be a dub, but then Heat and then Rockets. So right now, if it ended right now, let's just say I'm still going with Brooklyn taking, in this situation, Brooklyn, the 7 seed, and then Atlanta. I think Atlanta beats Cleveland in that second game. So I'd go Brooklyn, Atlanta, right? So you'd have Miami, Atlanta in the first round. And then who knows? Milwaukee, Philly, or Boston will take on Brooklyn. And then it is so close. It is so close. Yeah, so close. All right, let's keep moving. Let's look at the Western Conference now that we see the Lakers are out. We'll start here at the bottom. So the Spurs, weirdly enough, are only one game back behind the Pelicans. That doesn't matter too much except for home court advantage. This seems to be the seeding that we're going to get with Denver in the 6th seed. Jazz. I mean, I guess Denver could still catch Utah, but I don't know. I mean, if you're Denver, do you rather play Golden State or would you rather play Dallas or Utah in the first round? I mean, they're not going to play Utah. Dallas in the first round. My guess is it's Golden State, right? Because we still don't have a report on Curry yet. But this is pretty much solidified here. I'm gonna say it's gonna go Suns, Clippers, Grit. Pelicans are gonna be a tough out too in that playing game, but hopefully the Wolves make it just for Minnesota fans there. But Western Conference, let's see. So Denver, a half game back behind Utah, and they have Memphis and the Lakers left. So let's just say that's 1-1 unless Memphis rests their guys. Utah has 3 games left, and it's OKC. That's a dub. Portland, a dub. So yeah, this is probably your seeding right here. And the last thing I wanted to check, can Dallas catch Golden State? So Golden State's last games they've got the Lakers, the Spurs, and the Pelicans. So I don't know. That feels like 3 wins only because the Pelicans and the Spurs don't really need to do anything. And then the Mavs, who are 1 game back, have Detroit, Portland, Spurs. So those are 3 wins for the Mavs too. So yeah, I don't know. I guess they could still catch them, right? They could still catch them. Sean says OG's first. OG's so fresh moment was the first big buy you made about a year ago. OG for life. There you go. Raptors mentioned they will rest certain starters for the rest of the season. Okay, so there you go. So that makes that game against Philly even easier. I hope they rest Fred VanVleet, man. Get that dude healthy. Get that dude healthy. So that's what we're looking like for the playoffs. That's we still got a couple of things to shake out, but we know the 20 teams that are going to make it. The other crazy thing about the Lakers not making it, right? They don't have their first round pick. So now the Pelicans are looking nice here, right? They're still going to have their pick, I believe, and then also have the Lakers pick. Tough scene in Los Angeles. There already reports came that Frank Vogel's out, which I'm sure Frank's happy about, right? See you later. Rumors of Doc Rivers going over there, which is kind of funny because Philly's still in the playoff hunt, right? Philly, arguably not one of the favorites, but was supposed to be one of the Eastern Conference teams that could make a run, and the coach is already maybe I got to get out of here. So yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff. Tough scene in LA. I don't know what people are more angry about, the this year's season or the Winning Time show on HBO. People seem furious about that, which is kind of funny. I'm digging it. I don't care. But Daniel Rosenbaum, good to see you, sir. Let's go take a look at the challenge real quick, right? So to see what we have. So Top Shot, if you are not aware, and I'll share this over here, they've got a channel in their Discord called Challenge Updates, which you're not going to believe it, but what they do over there is challenge updates. So let's share this Discord, see if you can see it all right. What does that look like for you? Okay, so this is what last night. Wow, my screen is wiling out. So this is what we're looking for here. 3-pointers made for Tuesday. Ready? So Maxi got 8, which means you need a maximum. Actually, let's go over the challenge requirements quickly, just so we have it. Just so we have it here. Let's go over to you're not gonna be able to see this. I'm just gonna read to you. So, oh my god, why is my screen freaking out? So for the pack, what you're gonna need wow, can you guys see that? Is that happening to you? Yeah, look, it looks like a rave is happening back there. Oh, now you're seeing DMs. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're losing it, guys. We're losing it. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to go over what you needed here. So the challenge updates. Here we go. Here we go. 3-pointers made. 8 gets you there. 76ers 23. For Cleveland, Orlando, Lauri Markkanen got 6. You need a Magic archive mom, I believe, right? Because that is from the Magic won that game. Kyrie had 8. The Nets won. Miami, Duncan Robinson, he got 7. The Heat won. Herter had 5. The Hawks won. Then you got Middleton and the Bucks, Malik Beasley and the Timberwolves. And then what else we got? Isaiah Roby, the 3-point leader, plus the Blazers. And then you got Devin Vassell for the Spurs, Tyus Jones from the Grizz, Trey Murphy, which is currently the bottleneck. We'll go look at it on the moment in a second. And then the Lakers, Phoenix, it was Devin Booker, right? So tonight we got 3-pointers made again. You got Dallas, Detroit, Brooklyn against the Knicks, Washington, Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, OKC, Utah, and Phoenix, LA. The veteran in the cheat code is our guy, James Harden. And then the pack is what is the pack? A Series 2 pack. Real Rad Dad said, what are we going to do for 8 hours of maintenance? Right? I don't know. Maybe we get excited for baseball. We figure out what NFL All Day is doing. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't. All right, let's go over to On the Moment just to see what's popping. Take a look at it. Here we go. Shout out OTM. Official team hold, boys. All right, here we go. Let me see what we got here. Trey Murphy, as you can see, is pamping. 128. Kyle Korver's up. This is the archive set, right? So these are the archive set moments. Moving a little bit for the top gainers for sets. We see the throwdowns for Series 3. I guess that has something to do with a new mom coming with the rewards, right? You got rim shakers still up and running. The archives, obviously, we're seeing that pump because of it. And then there were fours pumping. Let's go take a look because those are my bags. DK golf guys. Yeah, I haven't started building my lineup yet. AD looks like we're doing candy then, boys. Looks like we're doing candy. Greg is in his element. All right, and then there were fours pumping a little bit. You see DeAndre Ayton here. That's up 15% in the last 24 hours. Okay. Reggie Jackson, Giannis, and Pat Bev. So, all right, this isn't moving that much. But I do wonder, as we are getting ready for the playoffs with the playoff announcements that we had yesterday, right? Has anything changed about how you're collecting right now? Are you guys trying to make your moves? Or are you just kind of sitting back and waiting? Like what's your plan right now? Because I think now that I've completed the playoff set, I actually even withdrew a little bit of money yesterday. Just a tiny bit. But I was like, I don't need to buy anything right now. Let's take some profits. So is anybody going after anything right now? Like, what's the plan? I need to know, what are the people doing? Zach Schwark says he's completing the move the chains all day set. Okay. So people paying attention all day right now. Is that the move? There was one other thing I wanted to check while we're here today, and I'm going to pull this up to see if I can see what's going on. But yeah, what's the plan here, people? What are we trying to do? I want to see. Is the flunk? Okay, here it is. All right, I will look at that in a second. I've grabbed a few more Wolves. Finished Series 1 earlier in the day before the announcement. There you go. I like that, Borland. Bags are all in all day. I'll wait for the NBA playoff moments. There we go. Roz is focusing on collecting TSDs for players in the playoffs. I like that too, right? Like, so are people kind of getting their bags together for flash challenges? When you say that, when you're looking for TSDs for players in the playoffs, is it for flash challenges, or do you think it's going to be one of those things? Because this is what I tried to do last year to minimal success, but is try to get top shot debut of someone that I thought was just going to pump in the playoffs because they played well. Like if you thought the Celtics were going to make a run, you're like, okay, let's make sure I get that Tatum and Brown or something like that. Alex says, as a Knicks fan, I'll wait till next season to get tickets. Just taking profits for the time being. I like that. Waiting for the game recognized game drop. But yeah, so that's tomorrow. We get game recognized game, 50K packs. Is everybody lining up? Dustin texted me yesterday and he was like, are we doing this? Are we skipping this? So what are people lining up for that? Paul said, assuming people changed their favorite team to a playoff team and completed the cheapest season set for that team. Maybe. Top Shot Tesla says, I'm sitting back and selling gains. I'm nervous about all these packs income and seen this story before. That's fair. We do have a lot of packs left. Jay says, I got the crazy idea to complete the metallic silver. Jay, is that because of the challenge they announced? That's a big bag, man. That is a big, I mean, it might be worth it, right? Because you're getting all those packs. There's some really good moments in there, but holy crap. Beamer says flash challenges for the most part much harder to do lately and has me pretty disengaged. I'm excited for the playoff flash challenges because it's a little bit more isolated, right? You're less likely to see a Trey Murphy thing happen because each team is only playing like 7.5 guys at that point. You're very rarely are going to see a weird ass bottleneck. The closest thing I could see is a rookie on a playoff team. So maybe Bones Highland or Scotty Barnes. But for the most part, I don't think it's going to go too wild. Borland says about game recognized game, I'll line up, but not excited about it. Got the first half of game recognized game. So Jordan's in. Is this some Thunder? All right. The way I see it. This is the way you see it. Been collecting rare moments of players I think will pump in the playoffs. I've been preparing for a few weeks now. The Clay Challenge Snappers looking forward. We get some max packs. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm getting in line. I'm imagining we can only get one pack with 50K, right? Maybe two. How many do we think line up? 30K? I don't know. How many do we think line up? Tom says waiting for the throwdown craft and then may try and load up on run it backs, thinking they will craft them. I'm hoping we get that information this week. It sounds like they might be a little bit delayed on what's happening here. It sounds like they might be a little bit delayed on the crafting info. There's a little alpha for you. But hopefully we get that soon. All right. Looks like Breakfast Cereals wasn't really listening to the show today, but decided to just come in and drop some Jalen Green information. Anytime you can pump those bags, pump them. You know what I mean? Stacking the next MGLE reward requirement. All right, Dominic. All right. Why aren't people lining up for GRG? I think most people are lining up, Shepard. I think most people are lining up. I just don't know how jacked up people are for these moments specifically outside of the Clay, right? I think people are excited about Clay. Outside of that, I don't know if these are like, oh my God, give me these. I also think we're going from a mint count of 6,500 back up to 10K. I know it's a different set. I just mean like psychologically, we're going from 6,500 to 10K. Zach too with a good point, right? It does feel like Clay's narration will be a lot better. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't listened to the Clay narration on the moment that they added it to, it was really, really good. Also, that was like fun little guerrilla style marketing, right? Just sneak attack, throw that on there. And then we're like, oh shit. And then it's like, now we know he's going to do these moments. It's definitely going to be better than KD's for sure. I think the last time there wasn't a collector score requirement, there was about 60K, 70K. That would be great, Alex. I would love that. I forgot that there was no collector score requirement for this. So that's a great point by you. So maybe it is over 50. Maybe we're not even getting packs. Who knows? Do you think KD stays or does Clay replace? Wait, do you think KD stays? Oh, the bottleneck. I'm sorry. That's a good question, Mac Attack. That's a good question. Do you think people are more excited for let me put that back to the chat. What do you guys think? Do you guys think people are more excited about the Clay or the KD? What was Draymond's big injury? Well, is it from this season? It was the back injury that he had, right? I'm guessing. Wouldn't take too much to beat KD's narration. You're absolutely right. You think Clay's comeback moment will be a wild card for this moment? I don't know. There's been a lot of speculation that that's the case. The problem is it's already kind of pumped up because of the MSFE challenge, Lapka. So I'm not sure, Lapaka, I'm not sure how much more it would pump because it's already kind of in it, you know? Good thinking, though. I like where the head's at. Mike looks like he's been getting some sun, says Mitch. Well, thank you, Mitch. I will say, we're a week out of vacation, so maybe it's a little bit of that. I'll also say it's freaking dark out here because it's disgusting out today, and the lighting's a little bit different. So it's probably a little bit of both. A little bit of both, Mitch, but I appreciate you looking out there. What else? Let me see what else you guys. Speaking of pumping bags, sold my legendary Steelers melt for 3,600. Not sure if that was a good idea, but the money was good since I got it in a standard pack. I mean, if we want to talk about all day for a second, I don't know. Do you guys like? Are you guys super jacked up about the melt moments? I mean, I know the melt themselves are pretty cool, but when it's like a team melt, I don't know. Are people jacked up about that? Anyways, I don't know. Xavier said I went to a Kangs game last night, and the most interesting thing was making all my friends make an NBA Top Shot account and open pack. There you go, Xavier. I'm glad someone turned on the marketing faucet. You know what I mean? Breakfast cereals back with some Jalen says, I'm not pumping because I ain't selling. Just saying that Jalen Green has sneaky good value. We're acting like this is a normal guy. No one's yeah, whatever. We don't need to talk about Jalen Green anymore. I think we've accurately talked about Jalen Green. I think he's going to finish 4th or 5th in the Rookie of the Year. I think he's really good. I think he's played really good. And I think I would want him 4th out of all of the rookies. I think it makes sense. I think Mobley, Cade, and Scotty Barnes are all going to impact winning differently. I don't think that's not FUD on Jalen Green. I like Jalen Green. Players get hurt, teams are forever. I love this line of thinking right there. Oh, Bandy sighting. What's up, buddy? Brother Fab says he's waiting for the refer friend. Yeah. So did any of you guys see that? They're piloting out a refer a friend. Actually, listen, I'm going to test it right here. I don't know if I'm allowed to test it right here, but I'm going to drop a link right here. All of you guys have, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just share a screen so you can see it. Here we go. Hold on. Let's share a screen. My dog is sniffing my legs right now. Let's go. All right. So look at this right here. Invite a friend. Invite a friend to NBA Top Shot. Receive $10 in Dapper balance when a friend signs up with your personal referral link, right? So here we go. Here's the link. I'm going to drop it in the chat. You guys are all signed up for Top Shot, so who knows? It's not going to help you. But they are piloting this out, which is kind of cool, huh? So I imagine this is going to be widely available to everyone like in a week or two. So I think they just want to test out the kinks, see how it works. I know they asked a couple of like content creators and some other folks to test it out and just like test with fan. I definitely was not supposed to like share screen and then drop it in the chat. I don't think. But I think that's pretty exciting, right? That's pretty exciting. That's good stuff. Good stuff. What else? The other thing I wanted to check in on, right? Because it is how those flunks doing, baby. How are those flunks? Did you guys get flunks? As Top Shot Tony has called them flux. It looks like the floor on this is 385 right now. This is all pre-reveal. How many people got a flunk, and how many people already flipped them? Ooh, Boylan, I love this idea. This is fun. It'd be cool if there was a community referral link. Folks sign up using the Team Hold, and then Team Hold gets packs to give away and stuff like that. That's great. Have you used it already, Mike? $10 credit delivered. Listen, dude, I'm a true Top Shotter. I've already forced family and friends to sign up, and that was before I got a referral. Okay, so I don't know if I haven't received a credit yet. I don't know if it's worked, but all right, back to the flunks. I have 2 holding for a reveal. Got 3 flunks. What are you guys doing? Are you just holding them until the reveal? I'm curious if this, because I'll be honest, I haven't paid attention. Is this the first NFT that's on Gaia that had a marketplace up and running pre-reveal? Because I'm pretty sure the flunks were you asked how much, right? $250 to mint, right? The reason I ask that, right? If you pay attention to the OpenSea streets, what happens? Leading up to reveal, usually it pumps, then something reveals, and then it comes back down. So that's why I'm just curious if this is the first time. Like, will this happen on Flow, or will this happen on the Gaia marketplace? I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure. Because I know with ballers, I know you weren't able to do that. The marketplace wasn't up and running. Hoodlums is the only other one that I'm thinking of, and I don't believe their marketplace was up and running right away. So this would be the first one, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm not, obviously not trying to FUD it. I'm just curious. Like, so if Mint was 250, it's a little bit up over Mint right now. And then when it reveals, I'll be curious to see what it does. While we're here, though, let's check in on the ballers and see what they're doing. Let's see what they're doing. You know what I mean? All right. All right, let's go back to Gaia. Let's look at ballers. So the floor on these has dipped down to 423. It looks like 423. But I guess it's only a couple of buys out of 500. My concern with ballers right now is similar to like what concern with like Top Shot. It just feels like it's the same people just trading back and forth, right? And then every once in a while, someone comes in and sweeps the floor. So then it's like, hey, back up to 600, back up to 700, and then it slowly comes back down. But I mean, that's like any project, right? That's like any project. I guess you're still happy that it's 2x the Mint, right? Because that was at 200. It's sitting at 423 right now. So you ain't mad. I think you're only mad if you bought on secondary, which goes back to something that I was thinking about too. Like, has anyone gotten a W buying on secondary? That's how hard this is, right? That's how hard this is. It feels like a lot of the money. I mean, this isn't true for all. This is a wild generalization, but like a lot of the money has been in minting and early, and then whether flipping it or just even holding it, you're still like it's a W. But I don't know. Big Ticket says flip the flunk. Got 2 left. What'd you flip for? Oh, wait, hold on. You said flip the flunk? We got to drop. What am I doing? Amateur hour.
Gonna flip $1 here, $1 there, $1 here, $1 there, $1 there, $1 here, $1 there.
Also, I'm going to give you one more drop real quick, just to be safe before I say this next thing. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? I will just say, if you got flunks to flip, right? Because I do think that's a lot of people did that, right? A lot of people were like, let me get a flunk, let me flip it, and then I'll buy some playoff moans. Then I'll buy some Jalen Green TSDs. Then I'll buy whatever, right? Something to think about is that I think a lot of people are thinking about that. I think a lot of people are in that boat. And just a reminder that once it reveals, they know, like if you have a floor flunk, everyone knows it. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind as you are getting ready to flip. A lot of people are in the same idea. So if you minted multiples, I would get one of your flips out of the way. All right. Get one of your flips out of the way. Recoup that money, straight dubs, and then I don't know, keep 2 for the moon. I don't know. Again, that's just how I would handle it. I've had some L's though. But just remember, it's okay. It's okay. All right, we are 7 minutes away from our good old friend G Dunn, who is going to be live doing some candy stuff. I'm going to drop a link to that. It looks like we are under 7 minutes away. So once we wrap up here, go over to Mr. G Dunn. Angel S, when is nope, I showed the wrong comment. When is the Jaw Throwdown Challenge? Great question. I imagine we are going to we're going to find out by the end of the week. I think there was a little bit of a delay on it. I think the hope was to get it out yesterday because it was Jaw Day, and then it got pushed. So that would be my guess. Rad Dad says, what if I flip a 1-for-1 for min profit? You're absolutely right. That's definitely a gamble. That's why I said it is not financial advice. It is how I would handle it. All I was saying is if you're if you're in on flunks, then you disregard. I just said if your plan was to flip. But if you're willing to take the risk, then absolutely. You can see if you hit one of those one-of-ones. Absolutely. Someone's saying moment ranks. Is moment ranks lineup going to overlap baseball? What do you mean? Like, are they with candy? Is that what you mean? Speaking of moment ranks, though, we can do that while we wait. I thought Greg might pop in when he was ready, but maybe he won't. Maybe he won't. And then I'll just end the show and tell you to go over there. But let's build a play moment ranks lineup. I forgot to do it last night, first time in a while. So we only got 6 games tonight, thank God, because I don't know if I can do another like 12 game slate. I've actually been sitting out some DraftKings the last couple nights because it has been fugly. All right, so I want to focus on teams that are going to win and players that are going to play. Let's look at what Luka's stats are right now. So he needs 10 assists, four or 5 threes. It's going to be hard for him to hit the bonus, but I'm still gonna do the 3-point bonus. I'm just gonna do it. He's had more games where he's had like 7 or 8 assists. Nets, I think, still want to win. So let's see that. We want to see where they're at here. KD only needs 3 threes. He needs 2 blocks, 2 steals, 33 points. I feel like KD is going to be a play. Let's look at what Trey needs to do. Trey, wow. Trey, I'm playing the 3 here. He needs 4 threes. He's going to take a bunch of shots. Tatum against the Bulls. I think the Celtics are absolutely trying to win here. So what is Tatum needs 6 assists or 4 threes. I'm probably going to go with the Tatum 3. I don't like that sometimes not all my moments load. I don't like that. All right. I'm going to go with the Tatum 3, I think. Oh, does moment rank still do lineups for the playoffs? I'm assuming. I would think so. All right. We're going to do Tatum there. So the Suns are on a back-to-back, right? I'm a little bit nervous. I think the Suns are playing, right? Yeah, they're playing Phoenix. I'm a little bit nervous they sit. Paul George is interesting if he's going to play. It seems like he's good to go, but I kind of like the Paul George play here as well. But I'd be nervous that some of Phoenix guys some of them sit, especially now that they knocked him out of the playoffs. So I just pay attention to the news. I think Utah still wants to win. They're playing OKC. They should put up a lot of points. Like Rudy Gobert. I don't know what Rudy's numbers are. I don't even know if I own a Rudy. Let me just check Rudy. But Rudy should, if they're trying, he should absolutely. Oops, I spelled Gobert wrong. He should absolutely dominate. Let's see what his stats are. So he needs 2 blocks. Yeah, we're gonna play Rudy too. We'll get a little frisky there. There he is. I saw him. I wasn't sure if he's gonna come in to prep the show. You want me to bring you on?
Yeah, sure. Hey.
What's up, dude?
Sorry I'm late. I was buying a couple flunks off secondary, feeling good about my purchase.
There you go. Wait, did you minted a flunk, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't even know what flunks were, and everyone was talking about them.
I know.
Look at us now. What are they going for in the flip?
So the mint was 250. The floor right now is 385 pre-reveal.
Okay. A little different from Ballers back in Ballers heyday, right?
Yeah. Well, this is what I was saying too. This is, I think, I'm not sure about hoodlums, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time a marketplace has been open pre-reveal.
So no off-market deals to be had.
Right. Greg, what are we coming up for candy?
We got a lot, and in true Team Hold fashion, I'm still pulling it all up and learning as I go. But we're less than a week from opening day.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're like less than a day from opening day, basically. We're less than a week from packs, candy packs.
Yeah.
They announced a ton of new details about what's in the packs, how many players, which players, how the rollout's going to go across lineups, all that good stuff. That we have information on play of the day. We have information on like NFTs that are going to ticket stubs are becoming NFTs throughout the whole season.
Wow.
So lots to talk about. We're going to learn as we go because I refuse to do any research in advance.
I like that. All right. I'm going to share a link. Greg, I don't know if you want to go get that one fired up. And I'll wrap up here and we can get everybody over to the candy show right now. I just dropped it in the chat. Otherwise, just go to our YouTube page and pull it up. We're going to talk some candy, which I think is going to be exciting. We got packs coming up. We've got games coming up. Hopefully they introduce a fantasy element, something to keep us busy in August. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. See you there.
All right. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, everybody go check that out. We are going to wrap here. Thank you to our sponsors, our friends over at Own the Moment, where we go for all of our NBA Top Shot and NFL All Day needs. And then Flolio, which, again, we shared today. Go follow their Twitter account, which you can find the links in the show notes, and go sign up for an account over there and just link either your Top Shot or your Ethereum for a chance to have some gutter juice, which what a wild thing to say. We've got 6 games tonight. We've got Top Shot takes us back at 9 p.m. If you missed Watch Her Work last night at 9 p.m., or just go back and watch it from last night. Kelsey and Kevin were there for Watch Her Work. And then Thursday, we've got special stuff tomorrow. We've got the morning marketplace and then a fun new thing during the pack drop with me and Peter Overzet. So you can get excited about that. We'll see you in the queue. But otherwise, go. Let's talk candy, baby. It's time for some candy. Let's give you the theme song. We out.
Well, the top shot streets are